the narcissist ever do you right? What's up? It's the NARC OPP, and I'm about to answer the question you've been secretly Googling at 3 a.m. Will the narcissist ever do you right? Short answer, hell no. Long answer, buckle up. See, for a narcissist to do you right, they'd have to be self-aware. And self-aware narcissists are like vegan pit bulls who speak French. They technically exist, but you're not finding one at the local park. Why? Because their brain's wiring literally makes self-awareness feel like an existential threat. In neuroscience terms, their amygdala and prefrontal cortex are playing a toxic game of telephone where you hurt someone gets translated to you're being attacked. Defend at all costs. That's why every time you ask for accountability, they act like you're accusing them of murder. Now, could a narcissist ever change? In theory, yeah. In the same way that, in theory, I could win an Olympic gold medal in synchronized swimming without knowing how to swim. There are rare cases of narcissists improving, but it's not one good apology and some flowers improvement. It's 5 years of intensive therapy, daily self-auditing, and a family willing to stage interventions like they're clocking in for a full-time job improvement. You'd need a small army of therapists, a monk, and probably a shaman on retainer just to keep them from backsliding. And even if they become self-aware, there are two paths. Path one, they change. Path two, they weaponize their self-awareness. And guess which one happens more? Oh, they'll take that new diagnosis and spin it like a DJ. Yeah, I know I'm a narcissist, but you make me this way or see, I told you I was the problem, but look at how self-aware I am. I'm basically healed now. That's gaslighting on steroids. So what would it actually look like if they did you right? Let's science this out. Treat you like a whole human. Respect, love, loyalty. This requires empathy, which for a narcissist is like a 200-year-old light bulb, dim, flickery, and probably burnt out. Deal with their childhood trauma. We're talking deep rewiring of survival patterns, which is possible, but feels to them like death. Develop a full personality past the age of 28. Imagine trying to build a mansion on a swamp while the swamp is on fire. Be accountable and catch themselves in the middle of gaslighting you. That's like a cat catching itself mid-hairball and politely excusing itself to another room. Seek validation internally. No more supply shopping outside the relationship. Cut off all side supplies. Yep. No secret admirers. No just friends texting them at midnight. Handle shame in a healthy way instead of exploding, imploding, or blaming you for every inconvenient emotion they've ever had. Now, as empaths, chosen ones, normal people, we can do these things. We adjust, we apologize, we grow. But for a narcissist, this list is basically asking them to invent a new personality from scratch and like it. Metaphysically, that's like asking a vampire to go vegan. It violates the very energy economy they live on. Spiritually, they'd have to dismantle the mask, face the shadow, and integrate the parts they've been hiding from since childhood. That's soul surgery without anesthesia. So, will they ever do you right? 99.9% of the time, no. And the 0.1% who might, they're probably already in a therapy group chat with their counselor and 2 accountability partners. And they still have to wake up every morning and choose not to relapse into being themselves. So if you're out there holding your breath, waiting for that love bombing version to come back, exhale, baby. That wasn't the real them. That was you reflected back at you. And they can't keep being you because they're still stuck being them. Bottom line, stop waiting for someone who needs a spiritual, neurological, and emotional exorcism just to act right for a week. It's not your job to be their rehab. Your job is to heal, glow, and never hand the keys to your peace over to a person who thinks doing you right is optional. I love you enough to tell you the truth. They're not coming back as the person you want them to be. And you deserve someone who doesn't need a 47 to step intervention every time they feel an emotion.